Yeah, definitely agree. What's up, Demarcus? And episode better not be mid, like you said. Oh, shit. Let us know. Hey, we need one more rebound. Come on, bitch. One more rebound. So support. Yes, nigga. This nigga Russ O'Neal just had to not. He ain't slowing out. The nigga just ain't taking shots. Shit's so damn weak. Get your bitch ass in there and take some shots, nigga. Make 2 threes and give me my money. I don't get it. Where the fuck is that shit at? Ghost and Smooth was good. Ollie was good. Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get these little final predictions in. We got what? 40 minutes. Damn, where the fuck I can't find it? All right, Ronald. Should say 2 though, so that's 2. It's episode 2. Damn, what is episode 3? Fuck it. Welcome to the channel. How do you pronounce that? Nidia? Hope I did it right. Guerrero. Nidia Guerrero. Look, what did he say? Who said what did he say Claudia go against the vote? He said hopefully Claudia finally gets smoked. Well, we know that ain't gonna happen no time soon. Okay, great. Glad I pronounced it right. Yeah, Claudia ain't gonna be up out of here probably until like episode. Honestly, I think the finale. She just might make it, you know what I'm saying? She just might make it through the whole season. It's kind of crazy to just come up here and act narcissist. Are you asking how often I get paid from YouTube, or are you asking me the amount? Yeah, she on some Dre shit, and I think Jannard is too. Both of them niggas gonna be escaping. Mm-hmm. There you go. Welcome to the channel, Michael. The most anticipated person of the chat. He's there. Hey, I tell y'all what though. I know this ain't about the NBA right now, but my sons is waxing the Pacers right now. I mean, damn. Yeah, I'm anticipating. I'm anticipating Marshall to get his ass up out of here. Yeah. All y'all folks are better get ready to apologize to this man. Raindrop behind his teardrops. And nobody never knows. Sunshine, blue sky, please go away. The girl is fine. I don't understand why it's not appearing there. Oh shit. Martina wasn't whatever guess that's Michael's sister. But it's bad as buddy. Cause I ain't never seen Martina. Your audio is bad.
My audience?
No, you good. No, I was sounding at first I was sounding like something, was like a robot or something. But it's good now. Then somebody to just do that shit directly from. Or maybe add more. Apple be tripping me out trying to make you add more storage. Man. Yeah, it's audio messing up. Raindrops behind my teardrops.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
The sound okay?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So if we was taking a poll on it right now, who y'all think if it's of the main, not main characters, but bigger characters? If somebody is to go right now, tonight, who is it? Y'all know who my pick is. Yes, sir, Marcus. Hoping for a much better episode tonight. JP or Miguel? I think you way off out there. I'm gonna be honest. Neither one of them going tonight. Especially Miguel, because Miguel has to survive to be around for after JP is gone. I'm almost certain of that. And JP, I'm pretty sure, will die trying to protect D-Man. And I don't think that's gonna happen this time. Like I said, I believe JP is episode 3 or 4. But like I said, Marshall, yeah, he out there. I think he might be up out of here. But we gonna know them first when that intro come on. They say previously on Force. If they showing Marshall, y'all get ready. He up out of here. Oh shoot! Is that what happened? Really what?
Do you watch The Shy, Jay?
Not really. No, I started it, but I stopped.
Let me see the actor's name that plays Marshall. What's his name? Is it Ahmad Ferguson?
Not exactly sure. All right, Mark.
He got a big role on The Shy.
Yeah, I heard.
Stacey Marks used to be on The Shy for years, for about 5 years.
Now that I didn't know. Yeah, they said it is Ahmad Ferguson.
Yeah, his real life sister was on there too for a couple of seasons. I think she's the oldest. They look like they could be twins, and then she plays a I guess a masculine female.
Like I said, I didn't think it was bad. It's just for me. Um, it just I wasn't hooked on it like that.
That woman killed the hell out of Lynn Whitfield. I know that. She was in there too. They'll kill off some folks, man.
Oh shoot! He said, "Apologize now, you snitching Kyle." Who is he talking to? Hey, Bradford, who is the snitching client?
You know, he's talking about support.
You say you don't see him? Yeah, he definitely up in there. I see his ass. I'm gonna have to figure that shit out later. This is crazy. Maybe they just got him. The reason why you don't see him no more, somebody got his ass. Got him up out of here. The hell?
Who was that dude that was in prison in the wheelchair that content creator played? What was that character's name?
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now. Yep, that's it.
Rojas. Yeah.
Yeah. What about? So I think his people. What his people gonna get active this episode or something?
I don't know. It just seemed like it was an interesting character.
Power. I mean, well, not power necessarily, but Forrest. That's another thing. I think was the thing. They had way too many storylines going on.
On Force? Well, none of them any good except Kate.
Well, I didn't say that it was good. I just said it was going on.
Well, I think I didn't like seeing Paulie get killed. I kind of liked his. They should have did some of his character, especially since he had the drug addicted son.
Mm-hmm.
The dad is fleeing. Yeah, he brought some drama to it, but I got sick of that accent. He's too
You
damn
said he should have
Irish.
kicked out both plans.
No,
So
I said
no,
I
I was
like.
reading the comment. I was reading the comment.
Oh,
Yeah, Dexter. He said that they should have killed out both of their plans.
you mean Claudia and Vic?
That's what I was just about to ask. I'm assuming
I agree.
they're
Then
not the most interesting characters for sure.
Daddy Flynn could have went on a rampage.
Yeah, he actually was the most interesting one of all of them, and that's the one they killed.
See, it should have been a connection between him and Kate's mama.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'd be missing opportunities because, like somebody said last week, they have too many writers for these shows.
Well, I think it's standard to have more than one writers in a big show like that. But the problem is they be switching writers like throughout season.
Didn't Courtney write all the power pretty much?
No, they had multiple writers then too. I would say majority of it, sure, but it was a, it was it was a good amount of writers. That's another thing too. Yeah, Dexter. It's crazy that you're dealing with Chicago, but it's not. It wasn't that gang, you know, infested the way you would think with Chicago, because that's gangland. Chicago and L.A.
Because I
Hey.
think this Force and Book Two tie-in, the timelines is jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't track because Tommy went back to New York initially to get at Tasha right because she said he had killed Ghost, and in the meantime he fakes his death, but he had already got to Chicago because he left New York right after he got the car back.
Okay, so you said the Walter was the one who played him was cast for another show. I'm on the fan base. Fans rarely talk about Vic or Claudia. Minor characters from book two are talked about more. You got a point. I must say, he definitely has a point. See, that's hard to say how far apart is the timelines because the shit they be doing be weird.
See, getting it how it lived, he had it all set up about how Tariq and Tommy gonna get back together. But the one point to me that's inconsistent is when Tariq asked Tommy for help, and Tommy told him, "It's not my war,"
Right?
and he went on about his business. But then he gonna call Tariq for help.
So to live, um, no, Baptista legend. You said D Mac died. What do you mean? What makes you think he gonna cross paths with John Mott? And what do you mean by Tariq chose the Tejadas over Tommy?
But Tariq genuinely asked him for help. Though. He said, it ain't my war.
What are they talking about?
To Dexter's comment, I don't really care about Tommy. I care about Kate and B-Mac.
Yeah, but she ought to put that gun to Tommy because she was helping Tariq out. And the always one he didn't choose the Tahadas. He just knew that Tommy was gonna kill his mom. So of course he had to side with the Tahadas on that.
I know you care about Kate, Jay.
Yeah, I miss Kate. Like I said, I think she's about the best actress on for it.
I think Tommy too crazy to get smoked. DeMarcus said Kate gotta go.
I mean, I think that's highly likely.
Mm-hmm. I thought Tommy was stale in OG Powell. I just never liked how that character was written. He could have been more vicious if he had been more cleaned up or clean looking like St. Patrick. Then his psychopath tendencies would have looked even more evil, I think. What you
Tommy,
think about that, Jay?
that if he dressed in suits, he would be more of like a psycho. You think he'll come out better?
But doing the same stuff he was doing, the same killing, but just not just so street.
I think they didn't want that to take away from the dynamic of Ghost doing that because you never seen a polished, professional, crazy like black gangster like that, dressing well like that, and doing it. So they didn't want him to take away from Ghost identity. Do I think it would have made it better? Perhaps so.
I think it still would have worked as long as the black guy was in charge.
I'm not saying it wouldn't have worked, but I just think that's probably the reason why they chose to do it like that. God damn, I guess I gotta call these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I like The Wire too. That's really the best of all of them. Except the last season.
So the last season didn't go out well.
It didn't hit like season 3 and 4 and 1. Two
How
was
many seasons in total? 5?
it was 5 seasons.
Okay.
Season 2 threw people off because it was about the docks and the unions, but you still had the gangs and the police too. But then season 3 was probably the best, and I think 4 focused on the children that was going to grow up to be those same gangsters.
You say is Tommy's character stale? When you say stale, you mean like he kind of lame or something?
Well, what does stale mean? Oh, not fresh,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is he saying he's lame?
molded. Yeah, he's stale. That's when I said he was stale in OG Power.
If Kate would have died last season, Tommy would have been involved in his father and mother death. This bad. Power should have went the direction similar of The Wire, but I wouldn't be able to attest to that because I don't know.
Well, I keep telling you that you need to watch that before you watch anything new. It had philosophy to it. It was awesome. I watched that whole thing twice.
Yeah, my girl Dee Dee told me it was pretty good too. So all right, where we at? 8:49, 11 more minutes. He said if I watched The Wire, I wouldn't be able to see Power the same way again. Hmm. What? In what way? Like you saying I wouldn't think it's that good, or
The Wire to me was really more realistic and raw. It was just like the its predecessor, I think, was that prison show. What was it? Oz. That was wow. Was it Oz? And the Corners. Those shows were even before The Wire.
okay? So you said the writing for The Wire is far superior. Um,
Yep, definitely,
is the characters far superior though?
definitely.
Damn. Because I'm just saying I haven't heard. I've heard people say The Wire is good. I've heard people say The Wire is better than Power. But what I haven't been hearing is how big and iconic the characters on there
You never heard of Omar
are. I've heard of
and
Omar, yeah.
Stringer
I don't know
Bell.
about him,
Stringer Bell made Idris Elba famous.
but I
Uh,
haven't heard of him the way I see folks. And who knows, maybe just my algorithm because I deal with Power so much. But I just think like just regular people that don't even watch the show know who Ghost is. You know what I'm saying?
Marlo Stanfield. Now he was he
Heard
was he was awesome. Uh, Avon Barksdale.
I stand by my original statement, which is I've never been so bored in my life. I was when I attempted to watch The Wire. Okay, Talia. I don't know. I still can't say. Like I said, I don't know. But Ghost said I keep watching The Wire, but keep getting on and off with it. I'm on season 1, episode 8. I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and just give it a watch and set the record straight, man.
It's one of those kind of like Raising Kano. You really have to pay attention to details and dialogue, especially the dialogue be hidden and uh the little philosophies at the beginning and stuff. It's always a quote from the episode that drives the story. Um,
Yeah, HBO absolutely have a bigger budget. That's for certain. Oh, the market said it's dry. I'm working on my fried chicken recipes for the upcoming Kwanzaa holiday. Well, whoop de doo.
yeah, Support the Wire was a bigger hit after it finished its run.
Snowfall is better than a wire. I can feel you on that with Takara. Even though I haven't seen it, you said you like it more because it's way more realistic.
That's what I said a couple of minutes ago. Much more realistic.
Yeah,
Because the main character was really the city of Baltimore. But when you got Snoop and Chris in there as the hitman, they was like Chris was played by the guy that plays RSJ.
what's my favorite holiday made up by humans? I don't know. I don't celebrate them.
I don't understand that question. Are they all made up by humans?
Well, pretty much all the holidays are made up by humans. So. Man, there was a lot of comments came in when I looked at my phone. Shit. Why is no problem? What's your favorite God made up by a human? What? You have more than 3,000 to choose from. I'm not exactly sure what you're saying there. You have to watch The Wire multiple times in order to really understand what you were watching. I thought it was mid the first time I watched it, but when I watched it the second time, it was good for sure. Yeah, we was talking about that on the other live. It is shows that's like that. Certain shows, like I said, Game of Thrones was like that for me. Snowfall was like that for me. Raising Canaan was like that for me. Never had seafood casserole for me. I think Snowfall was damn good too, Kenny. Got his ass a beaver.
I wish I had stuck with the Snowfall. I couldn't. It just didn't capture me early on. That going back and forth, I just it was hard for me to follow.
All holidays and all gods are made up by humans. Where did this come from? I'm just curious. You just decided to randomly come in here and enlighten us. Ozark was like that for me too. It was boring and slow, but it was good until about season two. Joe Sakura did a good job in that show to me too. Yeah, I tried to start up Ozark Rain, but for me, it was I guess one of them shows that started up slow, and I guess you got to just give it that second watch. I definitely stopped watching it. It was the same for Breaking Bad. What do y'all think about that? Hey, y'all get these lights up too. I just looked at that shit. God dang. Okay, well, three more came in just that quick. But dang.
I could address Steve Bono's question, but I agree with support. It's not the night for religious, or it's really more of a spiritual question than a religious one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Breaking Bad was also one of those for me that you know I don't know. I think I may have made it to episode two, and then I've been hearing about Top Boy too. What y'all think of that? What's going down besides niggas that get in the way? Man, I don't know what he talking about, but all right. Top Boy Code. All right. We basically here, people. Basically, we here. You're speaking of Top Boy Ghosting?
The show is dropped, Jay.
Yeah, I know that. I was just saying I'm about to get ready. Go ahead and do it. All right, y'all. The countdown. And here we go. I'm skipping these ads. I do let the previews be running. I see Marshall ass up out of here tonight. We'll start out with the big. Well, we may have survived. And man, they never sold anybody. Cool. What do you say? Not only that. Oh, this ass. Crazy how he commanded them a little bit. That guy ain't even there. He said, "Good night, old lady, but I'll break it." I like that. I knew that was coming. Ding, ding, ding on that one. That's easy. Who just magically have that nigga tall. I ain't know he was that tall. Hell no. He exited right. I'm right. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, bro. Marshall dead as hell. That's how you know she dead. Cause he gonna feel differently once he find out she get killed. She dead as hell. She cold. Shit. Well, Bone survived. Mm, right. That's what I was trying to get y'all to see. She's really a villain. Yeah, that's not a myth. I just be knowing it. Probably trying to divorce that ass. Hmm. So that's who she is. Nigga definitely don't pick that weight. I was right about that too. Turning up on this motherfucker every time. You might get he right, bro. I ain't gonna lie, he is right. So did I. Yeah. Told y'all to be just. This is crazy. They gonna know. They gonna know he was in there and kill him. Why are you talking, nigga? You about to manipulate him, like I said, right now. Ooh, right. You might feel- let's do that. So the answer to who's on that bike, it might be D-Mac. Everybody was saying how you gotta be a different color bike. Nigga, you been out. He's like, that's right. That's a hate nigga. Yeah, Shanti was right. She can handle that. What the hell is that? Yeah. What the hell? Hey, yeah. They definitely making her a beauty, but Oh, yeah. It's gonna be sad when he betrays. Yep. No, you're not. You're playing it right. You know how to play the cards right. That's a side mistake you know with the coach. He getting the picture now. We're outside of it. He shouldn't have done that. That's just like when he showed his face to that dude with Julia. Hey, people, haters in New York now. Yeah, I'm right about this too, but I think that was kind of obvious. But Marshall made it. He might be out next of it. And that shit coming back on. See what episode 3 got for us. Right. All right, people. Episode is done.
I say pretty good.
I think it was pretty good too. Let me see what I catch up on all these comments real quick. My bad, Talia. I actually didn't even do the countdown because 9 o'clock popped up on me too early, and I didn't notice it. All right. If you asked Tommy what's going down, he would say, "Niggas that get in the way." Ghost Tariq would say it too. You a little slow, huh? All my hood niggas get it because guess it's a H-Town thing. You damn right it's an H-Town thing. 'Cause we don't know what the fuck you talking about, nigga. I wonder if, plot twist, Janard will take out Showstopper because she insists on killing Diamond. Yeah, and you could tell, even though he telling her one thing, he absolutely is not that. Especially since Diamond is starting to speak up and talk, bro, that might ain't gonna take down his big brother crowd. But I'm still not 100% convinced that it's gonna be Janard take her out. I think it's also very likely Claudia get her revenge on it. What's up, Daniel? Damn, how they saying all this and this on the jail phones. Hey, I didn't think about that.
So what's the auntie's name?
Shit. Some with a B, right? I don't know.
Becky?
Beth or some shit. Beth.
Beth. That's it, Beth.
They talking like that dude Thug on the phone. Right. Calling his Judas. Yeah, that was funny. He'll call his ass Judas was definitely funny. I knew that Tommy would have at least moving product through the. Yep, you called that, DeMarcus. So 2 little cans blow up a whole warehouse in 10 seconds.
It was some other flammables in there for it to
Yeah.
explode like that.
And then gasoline too, of course. I was right about Tommy going to Marshall's house too. Yeah, I think that one. You know how you love to say taking credit for the obvious. I think that one was obvious. D match shout hook up with his with their rivals. Marshall ain't going. Yeah, Marshall made it. That I think that's the only thing I was wrong about. For the most part, if you looked at my final predictions video, I cooked this episode. The only thing I was wrong about was Marshall. And on top of that, I did say if he ain't out this episode, he for sure out the next one. So we go give it to episode 3. That nigga up out of here. Because what they just did, that's gonna come back on it. Claudia got so darker each season. Man, I love her character development. That is true. She's getting darker by the fucking season. How everybody know what Tommy Leo except the police. The police know he lived too. Diamond empty barbershop narrative is up. is up there with Tariq still going to school in between drug deals. And you ain't never like, ain't nobody ever be up in the barbershop. It's very rarely somebody up in it. Yep, straight back in New York. So now we're starting to know where we at with the timelines. So Kate is in New York, so we know that currently in book 2 right now, they're in season 3. That episode was way better than episode 1. Absolutely. Who the hell is I Love Black Women? Diamond gets packed up at the end of season when Tariq and B-Mac kills that black female agent. I can see that. I give it about an 8. I think I'm about on the same page as you, Ali. I think it's about an 8. The camera shots are way different this season. Apologize, you snitching, sis. You said the episode was a 9. I don't know if I can quite say. I wouldn't be mad at anybody that say 9. Now, if before you do one, you trying to say episode 1 was a 9 was great.
It got my attention. I was really trying to follow. It's a lot of characters though, but
Mm-hmm.
I would do better than an 8, maybe 8.5.
You give it an 8.5.
Yeah.
That's about right. I think it's anywhere between the 8 and 9 range. I'll say definitely not a 10.
I like the dice game. I liked how he hit Marshall.
Mm-hmm. It reminded me of this when Tariq was doing that stage robbery with in season 4 with Brains and Big Country. I gotta actually agree this time. The episode was better than the last. Absolutely. You said who was that they killed at the end? Talia. That remember that's one of the leaders of one of them gangs. The one that was saying this is gonna come back on this, and he was absolutely right. Yeah, Tommy definitely moving crazy, bro. He going back to his old ways, kind of. I don't like Vic using my last name as his alias. So yeah, the later name Beth. One thing you were wrong about was how long Tommy and Miguel would be at war. Their beef is so weak and weird for them to both be stone cold killers. It shouldn't be planned. No, I wasn't wrong about that. My first original stand was saying that it wouldn't last long, and I said it won't last past 5 episodes. And they technically already have ended it. I mean, they still doing shady stuff behind each other, but they ain't going to war trying to kill each other. Like my whole thing was that's not going to be the theme of the season, and it's not. Nigga, I've been said this shit, and y'all said I was slow, confused, and loud. Oh, I think he's talking about the timeline part. And it's the way you worded it that made me think you were saying that Force was timeline was ahead of that Kate was still there during season 4, and I was like, no, she's long gone. That was just more so a misunderstanding. Hopefully Tariq is there by at least episode 7. I'm predicting 8. Well, 9 really. I think after the aftermath of 8, he'll show up.
Why did Kate go back to New York?
Well, she did OD. And then Tommy and her wasn't on the best of terms. So maybe she just went to New York for a while to cool off.
And then she was drinking when she met Tariq because she offered him a drink.
Right.
So she gonna come back to Chicago when JP gets killed.
Mm-hmm. That's why I think she's gonna come back for it. That makes sense.
But when
Go ahead
D-Mac,
and hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that like. But anyway, though, so everybody gave their rating of what they would give it already, right? So what would y'all say is the biggest shocker of this episode? What stood out that you didn't see coming? I think everything for the most part I saw coming. Just was something that I was expecting to kind of see that didn't happen. So Leah gave it 8.7. Then you get episode 1 and 8.7. Well, in my opinion, Ali, to be fair, Tommy low key was coming at Diamond first. And Diamond low key, I feel like got tired of this shit and was like, we appreciate what you did, but like nigga, this still our streets. This is our city, nigga. You like a guest up in our, place. And I think Tommy felt that, you know, in full force at the end once Diamond told him we ain't gonna lose what we built for nobody. That's when Tommy was able to see, yeah, you know, Diamond not he's not gonna be on my side like I would have hoped. Which is kind of a little crazy that he would even think he's still falling for the same mistakes that he made in the original Power. Like for instance, when he was getting way too close to Terezi, and Ghost kept trying to tell him that he's a loose end and that he was a snitch. But this is something that, like, Ghost was there. Ghost would have been read the room, but like, bro, you can't just blend in with them like that. Then on top of that, not trying to make this a race thing, but like they looking at it like that. You a white boy. On top of that, they're not gonna let no white boy just come and rule over them, and you are outside. That's how they looking at it.
but see, they don't know that Tommy knows what it's all about to be the only white boy.
Yeah,
And that's how he grew up.
right. Well, Virgil Ortega had the Marquez cartel eliminate Chavo. Yeah. So you think he's gonna go to New York, Lavar? Yeah, I think that makes sense. And keep in mind, he has to go back to New York because we know that Kate, you know what I'm saying, is in. We know that Kate is in New York now, and we know she was in New York, episode 9 of Book 2 Ghosts, season 3. So we also know that Tommy made his way back to New York around that same time. With that being said, he has to go back to New York. It has to happen. And I believe they're going to tell us then some of the stuff that happened, that they didn't show us. Like, they're probably going to show us that, obviously what happened after Tasha knocked Tariq out, where her and Tommy went, what they talked about. We're probably going to find out that Tommy was the one who helped Tasha, supplied her with the weapons she used to, do a drive-by on Monet, all of that. We're probably going to see all of that in this season of Force. And then, like I said, it's going to be a time jump. It has to be. And once we do, that's when, you know, that's when, you know what's crazy though? He's gonna go back to New York, but keep in mind, unless they make another grammar, writing error, that means that once Tommy goes back to New York, he has to go back really soon. Think about this, y'all, because when he was talking to Tasha, what was that, episode 9 of season 3? It was 9 or 10. When he was talking to Tasha and he was telling her that I got a brother, the way he said it, he was still alive. So if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? He would have to go back to New York before JP died. So maybe, possibly, Tommy goes back to New York and JP gets killed while he's in New York. That's the only way I can see this happening. Right? What y'all think?
It makes sense.
Yeah, it has to be. Unless he does all he did up in New York, comes back, then it happens. But I just think it makes more sense that it happens while he's there, while he's in New York. So, let me see what these comments saying.
So is DeMarcus saying that Chavo was the one who got killed at the end?
He is. Yeah, that's the one who got killed. Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't tell. It happened kind of quick.
Yes, sir. Support. We finally got confirmation. What's up, Tobias? Jannard is going back on the drugs. You think so?
Confirmation of what?
Confirmation on the timelines.
Okay.
You say you're tired of Jannard. Kate should get killed in New York, which forces Tommy to go back. Now we know she doesn't get killed in New York because she leaves. Remember, Book 2 Ghosts, episode 3, when they went to go check to find out, about Monet giving the letter to her, the house was empty. She had already moved. She went back to Chicago, is what we think. So, even if she didn't go back to Chicago, she wasn't in New York. So, she's not going to get killed in New York. Most definitely time jump. He said episode 9, the real finale. Episode 10, going feel like something new. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I believe Janelle was like Tommy's back in the trailers. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. The little teasers they released. It was like Tommy's back, and then he was like, I am. So yeah, he's definitely gonna leave. I think that's our confirmation, people. Even though we kind of already knew, judging about the episode we just saw. But yeah, definitely gonna leave for New York probably soon. Tommy to Tasha, yo, I got a brother. I'm an actual uncle now. That scene happened in episode 1 already. You talking about when he said Tommy back? He said that episode 1? I don't call that.
I don't either.
Kate and JP both gonna get killed. Could happen. Shit, I don't remember episode 1. Shit was. I don't remember that either, Kenny. I don't know if that happened. I mean, I don't think the episode was the greatest, but I did watch it twice. For me to miss it twice, it's kind of crazy. Tommy creates more problems than he solves. For sure in power. In force, he's a little better.
Question for you, Jay.
Yeah, what's up?
I think it was a foreshadow when, was it Jannard or Diamond said King Kilo won't let it go until he has a body? So a body could be just somebody else other than D-Mac. That could be JP or
I believe so. Yes.
Or Marshall.
Remember, I said that.
But we know JP's gonna get killed.
Remember, I said just like Just like Rock had to sacrifice D Wiz, Tommy
Mm-hmm.
might sacrifice Marshall. Remember that.
Yeah.
It may play out like that because let's go ahead and pull up episode 3 synopsis. I'm gonna put it up for us. As soon as I find that shit. I think this is it. Yeah. Tommy does damage control with Allied. Diamond and Jannard devise a plan to deal with D-Mac and Vic plots. That's 3. So 4 is the one I'm looking for. Which I think I'm kind of leaning more towards JP is gonna die in episode 4 instead of 3 now.
Yeah, because we haven't even seen him in 2 episodes. So who is Vic supposed to leverage? What ain't Beth or whatever name? The one easier to leverage is the one who is weaker.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. That's something we should talk about because she said which one. Obviously she didn't know which one is weaker. So the question is, if you in Vic's shoes, who do you think is the weaker one between Tommy and Stacey Martin? Who do you think you can control or manipulate the easiest?
I think it's Stacy.
It might be, and confirmation might lie up in the episode 3 trailer. I'm gonna pull that up shortly. But it says Tommy finds a way to protect D-Mac and Jannard mends fences to please Shanti. So the key part is Tommy finds a way to protect D-Mac. And I think the way he's gonna do it is possibly he has to give him somebody else. Because keep in mind, nobody really knows 100% D-Mac is the one that killed him. Right? Think about this. The only one who 100% knows that D-Mac has killed him is Diamond, Tommy, the closest people in CBI. Like for sure Diamond knows, for sure Tommy kind of knows. Because Diamond seen the picture. D-Mac came and showed the nigga.
So you're saying King Kilo doesn't know it's Tommy's nephew? Because D-Mac just said a shorty. I want the shorty.
Yeah. Well, I'm not necessarily saying that he don't know that. I think he does. But what I am saying is that they could easily flip it and say, look, we thought it was D-Mac who did it, but we got on good authorities and confirmation that it was Marshall. They could pin it like that. Like kind of like they did in Raising Canaan, putting it on D-Wiz.
Now, the folks at the dice game now seem like they would think the way D-Mac took Marshall out of there.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why I said Marshall's going to get killed that way. I think that's going to come back. It's either Marshall going to get killed that way or Tommy's going to sacrifice. So I think they're just going to be the is he going to die episode 3 or episode 4? But I think one of those two is going to be the reason he get killed. I think I'll be willing to bet he don't make it to episode 5.
Yeah, and they're making us care about him because he's smart. D-Mac is kind of stupid, but Marshall is smart. I'd like to see them together, you know, kind of grow up together. But Marshall is out of here.
Okay, so let me read these comments. I see DeMarcus saying bullshit in there. He did the same he told Diamond about Tommy fucking Maria. Okay, I guess they saying he already said that lie. Right, the streets need a body. Diamond and Tommy fallout happening sooner than I thought. D-Mac linking up with them boys and Kilo. I'll ask for a body. All of it is connected with the shows like y'all said JP gonna get got. Yeah. If Marshall dies, it will be the agents that killed him. Like I said, it's one of the two. I did initially say that I believe whatever it is Marshall D-Mac is the plan that he was talking about when he was talking about the big move, whatever he's talking about with Marshall is going to be what get him killed. And I think that would resonate with D-Mac more and change him more if it happens that way. But I also, like said, I wouldn't be surprised if Tommy had to sacrifice him. He said Tommy would not sacrifice Marshall. Cool. Tommy don't know nothing, and JP dying. He gonna find out from someone leading to a was with the brothers. Not exactly sure what you meant with that. It's time for Marshall to catch a body. He probably won't. I like Jannard in this episode. You can tell he doesn't want D-Mac dead, and Jannard wasn't wrong for speaking up for himself. He wasn't. I agree 100%. I was saying while we was watching it that I liked what Jannard was doing. He was playing. He was playing it smart. DeMarcus, nobody's switching up. Everything I said now, I've been said. So no one's switching up nothing. You just trying to stir up shit. What I just said about Tommy possibly sacrificing D-Mac, I said that shit last week. And I'm still not saying that's what's going to happen, but I can see that possibly being able to happen, you know. But when I get ready to do my final predictions for next episode, I'll give my final answer of what I believe it's going to be. I always like to give the episode another watch, look at other clues and stuff leading to it before I make my final decision. But one thing I can guarantee you is one of the two, like I said, will be the reason Marshall has up out of here. Now that I'm doubling down on.
We got to talk about this scene with the head because that was a pivotal scene for the triangle between Jannard and Tommy. Because at first I didn't catch it that Diamond was telling Tommy to let Jannard talk.
So hold on.
When he was saying let him talk.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize at first he was saying that to Tommy to let Jannard talk.
Oh yeah, I did. I knew that's what he was saying.
Okay, and then for them two brothers to walk out together, that was important.
Mm-hmm. It let Tommy know where he's standing.
Mm-hmm.
Might say JP disappeared like famous. How did Tommy find out D-Mac was back? Well, he found out from Kate and JP, the last episode of last season.
Now, at the end of season 2, when D-Mac cussing out JP and Kate.
Yeah, he did. He cursed both of them.
But then JP just texts that she checked herself out the hospital.
Okay.
But she wasn't in the hospital at the end of season 2.
Yes,
Am I right?
Yes, she was. She was in the hospital.
But D-Mac was.
He cursed her out the last episode.
And called dude the F word.
That was the last episode.
They was in the hospital?
No, Kate, remember, Kate took the drugs right after that. And then sent she almost OD'd. Remember? And Tommy was sitting there watching it.
Okay, but he just texted Tommy that Kate checked herself out the hospital and
Right.
went
She
back
hasn't
to New
gotten out of
York.
hospital yet until now, is what he said.
She took the drugs after D-Mac cussed them out.
Yes.
That okay? Now I'm straight. All right.
He going to die episode 5. That's when everything hit the fan. Janai going to kill JP. Okay. I think it's gonna be, I mean, it could be 5. Could be 5. But the reason why I kind of think it's 4 is because they didn't give us those descriptions. It could be 5. Vic getting Stacey Marks up out of here, or he doing something to screw her over. I agree. You can tell. You can tell that she's about to go. I wish I called. Remember, she was on my death predictions early, and I told you she's not going to make it. You can just look at the signs, especially with him trying to divorce her now because of what's going on. What's going to happen is, he's so upset with her that she's going to end up getting killed, and now he's going to become just like her, obsessed with trying to get, take them down. And he's going to be looking at it like she was right this whole time. That's how he's going to see it. Love Shanti, but Janard playing with fire with her ass. Absolutely. So kind of like Tate with Detective Carter. Yep. JP was in the season trailer. He'll pop up soon. I think he's coming up next episode. That Asian guy looked at Marshall like, yeah, it's a hit. Yep. I'll take that bet that Marshall makes it to episode 5. What we betting? Because I don't think that nigga will. The death of Marshall and JP will cause D-Mac to grow up fast. Yep. Sorry, my bad, meant war with the brothers. So, Uchiha, I ain't seen you in a minute. They're gonna kick Tommy out because the war with the cartel and Jannard gonna get blamed for the hit D-Mac pulled because he gonna try to sell the orange package. I actually have a nice theory that I'm gonna make a video on soon that's gonna be covering all of that. I'm not gonna say it because people millions, they be ready to steal. You might say Tommy a colonizer. That's how they looking at it though. My brother was all alone. That's why he going and call Tariq. D-Mac is actually smart. He's just a gangster with a short fuse. Why did Vic give that lady a phony name? Well, she's working. She's close to the Vegas. You don't want to just give her your name. He has an angle. Remember, I pulled up episode 3 synopsis as Tommy does damage control with allies. Diamond and Jannard devise a plan to deal with D-Mac. And the last part, which is what's relevant right now, is Vic plots his next move. So I'm pretty sure what he's going to be doing is probably he's going to try to find a way to use her to get out of the situation that he's in. And he's probably going to actually fall for it. All right, we can make a bet 100. I'll do that with you. I know your money good. Most niggas I wouldn't do that with, but yeah. Tariq equals Ghost. Braden equals Tommy. D-Mac equals Kanan. 2-bit Tommy. Tommy equals Breeze. Y'all not seeing the play. I actually agree with you with that, Michael. When you said it then, I agree with that. I think he's going to become that nigga, Breeze. Just like him. Was on a vacation with my cousins in Jamaica. My brother, my bad brother, still been tuning shortly. How you been, fam? Good. All good. Appreciate you stopping through. He had to give her a fake name because she's in law enforcement and knows he's a snitch. Right. Jason Booker, let's see your next move, my boy. What are you talking about? That's the guy from Power. D-Mac gonna take out Jannard, especially if he take out JP. Very likely, I would say. Gonna be just like Tariq and Ray Race type of thing. All right, so 1 second, go ahead and move this out the way. No, seriously, I think Tommy meant to be the modern day Breeze. Their traits definitely mirroring each other, strong, not smart, predictable, and Tommy is a huge wild card that brings chaos. Absolutely. He's 100% right about that. I think they're very much alike too. Stacey Marsh divorced her partner in the shot, but now getting divorced on Power. No, let that man get his comment, get his theories out. If he feel that way, let him feel that way. Don't put him in timeout for that. All right, so before I move on, though, I think everybody can be convinced we didn't really have a huge shocker, right? It was a good episode, just wasn't a huge shocker.
I would say my two favorite scenes was the dice game and the speech that Jannard gave to the gangs.
Yeah, yeah, that was pretty good. The
'Cause
speech.
that was saying something.
See, my favorite part. Let's see. Favorite scene. I don't know. I do think it was pretty good though, overall in general. What's up, Hezzy?
This divorce is gonna be about something. Something's gonna happen to one of them.
Yeah, I'm telling you what it is. It's gonna be Stacy. She's out. I told you. Look at all that's happening. The writings on the wall. How first off, throughout the history of power, who's whatever the super overzealous law enforcement agent that's always trying their hardest to get the lead character. They always end up catching the bullet in the end, more than likely. And then on top of that, look at what's happening. They telling her to run for mayor. She's getting a divorce and all of that. What's gonna happen is she's gonna get taken off the map, and it's gonna make her husband want revenge. That's what I think is gonna happen. Stacy Marks divorced her partner. Okay, I just read that. Sorry. What happened to all the politics? Why are you provoking that man? He finally stopped, bro, and he's just engaging with the show. Stop making that man before you start this shit back. Then he's gonna be being annoyed that he's doing it. Claudia getting into action inside prison next episode. I'm glad they are keeping her in there and putting her through shit. She going to come out harder, colder, OG Kanan narration. Yeah. Well, like I said, I predicted that she's gonna be in there for 5 episodes, just like Ghost was. So we'll see if that turns out to be right. See, now he telling you to apologize, bruh. Like you wanted him to do it. D Mac and Marshall putting in more work next episode. He gonna somebody work gonna be done though. It's gonna be Marshall and so I see we're around the time that Diana and Drew tried to kill Monet on the fourth time. It's getting there. Yep, it's getting there. I think Vic gonna do something to Stacy too. Even if he don't do it himself, he gonna set her up to get killed or something. It won't truly because think about it. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull up. In just a second, I'm gonna move on to episode 3 preview, and I'm gonna pull up that trailer because that's gonna support what I'm saying. That because we know Beth told Vic to basically go for whoever is the weaker one. It won't truly heat all the way up until JP gets killed. That's the turning point. Yep, I can agree with that. So let me go ahead and move to this last and final one. We at the episode 3 preview. I think Tommy gonna go to New York episode 4 if they show him go. Vic and Tommy would make a fire team. All jokes and snitching aside, Vic and D-Mac are definitely my favorite characters in this series. When they when when the lady said take out the easier boom, and then in the trailer we see her husband looking at her body. Ghost and Tommy and OG Power remember what we did to the trials. Marshall and D-Mac robbed the trash. He meant to say trying it. But anyways, let's go ahead and pull up that trailer.
I need you to carry that with you wherever you go. The streets is a little heated right now.
Egan is still out there.
I've never taken my eyes off of them. They come for one of us. They come for all of us.
I am dead in here without your help.
But I can't use you no more.
That's the part I was talking about there. When he said, I can't use you no more. Basically, Tommy is cutting Vic off. And what I'm pretty sure happens here is Vic is made a play. He's remember what his auntie Beth said He made a play that basically made him look dangerous to Tommy. So basically, Tommy is going to back off, and now the only one he has to deal with is Stacy, and he's gonna find a way to get rid of her. Now he's out. That's what I think his play is.
No more. You bummed. You get ready to go to war or what? I mean, I don't just trim family trees.
Look at all that action going on too, bro. Marshall dead as hell. Y'all folks tripping. Hey, Takari, don't get that cash out ready, man. That nigga dead as hell. I don't care what you say.
No, I'm thinking Marshall might die at the hands of the Asian. The one that had the dope.
Cause they doing way too much, bro. Look at that shit. That man is dead as hell. He is dead as hell, bro. I don't care what that nigga say.
So JP going down for Mad Dog.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be something. Look. Like I say, I got a theory that I'm put it. I don't want to put my whole thing out because, like I said, these minions be lurking. But long story short, without giving up too much information, what I'm gonna say is, you see how Tommy is telling D-Mac that as long as he's in, you're out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Jannard don't like Tommy, and he wants to gain back control. So Jannard's plan is to force Tommy out. So D-Mac, he's gonna get D-Mac on his side. Because keep in mind, they're gonna be like, look at all this money you making and stuff like that, Tommy in your way. It's gonna be shit like that going on. And he's gonna get D-Mac on his side. And what's gonna happen is D-Mac is not gonna see what's coming because they're gonna give King Kilo a body, but that body is gonna be JP. And JP, and then after that, D-Mac is gonna figure out what's going on, but it's gonna be too late. And that's when him and Tommy is gonna make up, and then they gonna team up and boom. That's when you gonna see that Tommy and D-Mac team up, him baptizing them and all that shit. Right. So let me read the rest of it. He said, Marshall paranoid too? Yeah, paranoid niggas die. It's the idiots that run without any sense and don't think about that shit that survive. Look at Tommy and look at D-Mac. That's why they gonna stay around for a while. I would say I gave episode 1 a 7. I'll give this a 8.5, 9. Pretty much what everybody else gave it. Marshall dying might make Jannard try to take out D-Mac and kill JP. So you think he's gonna care that Marshall's there? I mean, Marshall was one of his little YNs for sure.
I like how D-Mac calls Tommy Unc.
Yeah, Marshall dead as hell, bro. I'm telling all of y'all. I'm gonna be right along with Michael, either next episode or episode 4. I'm gonna be telling y'all to apologize to me. That nigga is dead. Marshall hate is real. It ain't got nothing to do with hate. It's just facts, bro. It's just what I'm feeling. I'm telling you. You can tell. You can see the writing on the wall. That nigga is gone. And then, like I said, on top of that, he don't have much value left. Like what is think about this, bro. Name me right now what Marshall is on this show for right now, outside of just being a friend of D-Man. He don't bring no value. The man is dead.
He's worth more dead than alive.
Yeah, exactly. He'll give us a emotional roller coaster to go out for D-Mac, because you know D-Mac is going to be very emotional towards that, and it's going to make the viewers emotional. Each episode that Marshall survived, the price of my bet should go up. Okay, so if he survived episode 3, what is it going up to? To let D-Mac do dumb shit. That ain't no good purpose. Marshall cool, but he definitely expendable. As Mecca would say. Exactly. Gonna be it might happen just like how Mecca took out no. Look at you. You know he always talking though too much for somebody who's expendable. Marshall is a hitter on the shot. They need to show that side of him on fourth. Now on fourth, they're gonna force his way up out of here. You know what? Him being dead actually plays into Jannard saying Tommy the reason everyone getting shot. Yep. Yep. And next episode is gonna be very bloody, people. You can tell. It's gonna be a bloody episode next episode. So that line that Hezzy just spoke of, I guarantee you that's coming next episode. And then you're gonna see Diamond growing further and further apart from Tommy. I think he's still gonna hold it down for him a little bit, but he gonna see shit steady getting worse, and then Jannard gonna steady be in his ear telling him shit, and eventually he gonna cave.
How many episodes Diamond gonna last?
I think Diamond gonna
I
die
think
like.
he's gonna have a really big kill around episode 8.
I think Vic is out 8, Diamond is out 9. That's my prediction.
You know they had Marshall on The Crew Has It, but he was talking about the Shy.
Trying to remember, did I catch the episode he was on? I don't think so.
Because he started young on the Shy because he was the one that killed Ronnie.
They actually foreshadowed that in this episode when Diamond said he trying to build his own relationship with Che. Yep. And he gonna get big headed enough to think that he can do it without Tommy, which is not gonna work. And I think before Diamond dies, he's gonna realize I made a mistake. You know, I never should have betrayed Tommy like that. I mean, yeah, he made some mistakes, but let's be real. Tommy is as loyal as it comes. He'll never do you dirty as long as you keep it 100 with him. So I think before he dies, he's going to see that, but it's going to be too late. We need to take this a step further and come up with a parlay for what power characters would. I like that. Would die. Picking one death is easy, but who can call three? Hey, I like that, Cigar. Hey, who down for that shit? I like that a lot. A parlay, 3-hit parlay. 3-hit parlay is worth how much? Power play. I did. He even was on the idea of them all meeting as well, and him even coming to New York to help them out. Michael Rainey agreed as well. As soon as he came back, he getting blocked again. He just joined the Shine Light season 4.
I thought Ronnie got killed. What season did Ronnie get killed? It was a small part, but he was friends with the guy that Ronnie killed or something. I thought that was early on, like season 2. I don't think Ronnie was on there but 2 seasons. Talking about the Shy.
Hmm.
Okay. Hezekiah said he got killed season 3. Okay.
You think Diamond will survive? I don't. I strongly disagree with that. Think that nigga up out of here.
I think most of the cast is gonna be
And
out.
we can set up them parlays if y'all want, because I'm telling you, that nigga up out of here too. He ain't as dead as Marshall is, but that nigga dead. Trust me. I want that money and power and powder. That intro inspired. Yeah, it is. You know, I heard the Fightland intro, and I wasn't that big of a fan of it the first time I heard what I heard. All right, so now we got to come up with the rules of how the parlays would work then. My 3, I tell you 3 right now. Power play. Marshall ass is up out of here. Episode. So if you nail the episode right, it's worth even more. I think Vic episode 8, Diamond episode 9, Marshall next episode. Ass up out of here. Trash ass 50 and trash ass dirt. Damn, why you hard up 50 like that? The question is how we gonna do it now. That's what I'm saying. Is sports going to take a break or not this season? Well, historically, the power shows always take a break. So I would like to, believe that this one would have to do it as well. It's probably going to be right after 5. What I'm thinking. All right, DeMar. So since Marshall and Diamond is going to survive, who's out and what episode? We doing a 3. We doing 3 right now.
You said who out the next episode?
No. We're saying we're picking right now who is gonna die in what episode. I got Marshall next episode. I got Vic episode 8, and I got Diamond episode 9. And I got a wild card, a bonus. Shanti episode 6. I think JP is a little easy, so that's like the taco. you know, prize. If you play prize pick, you know how they give you the discounted character. JP is the discounted character. Everybody know he did. Everybody said Michael died in episode 10. Pretty sure as of right now in this timeline, Kate is in New York. Yeah, they said that in the episode today, that Kate's in New York. I got Bones next episode, JP episode 5, Che episode 7, Miguel episode 9. Oh yeah, Miguel. You know, I actually got Miguel a little sooner than that. I think Miguel probably gonna be up out of here. What's up, Riddler? I think Miguel probably out like a 6 or 7. Because I think whatever episode I'm gonna say this, whatever episode JP's funeral is on, whether that lands in episode 5 or 6, Miguel is going to die either that episode or the episode after.
See, I had put JP down for episode 5, but you said the funeral episode, Miguel will be out of here.
Say that again.
You said whatever episode the funeral is in for JP, that's when Miguel will get killed in that episode.
Well, yeah, either that episode or the episode after he's going to be out. Because I believe Tommy, and after this incident happens, Maria is going to be so head over the heels with Tommy that, you know, regardless of the beef that Tommy and Miguel has, Miguel, you can tell he deeply loves his sister. So he's going to ride with Tommy simply because of that. And once he do that, you know what, y'all? We can raise it even more, even bigger bonus if you can call who kills the character too. Because I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, I'm calling Kun Wow, the dude from the Marquez cartel that's working for them in the prison. That's who's taking out Miguel.
So is Jannard gonna hit anybody coming out of the funeral?
Probably. I don't know if he's gonna hit somebody major.
What about Maria? See, Tommy finna get her a gun. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, you know what? I said that same thing when I seen that trailer too. I said, "Oh shit, we saw what happened to Keisha when he gave her a gun."
And then the way she was looking at it too.
Yep. Ass might be up out of here. But like I told y'all, one of them is gonna survive. I don't see both dying. Kate or Maria will survive, but I don't think both. One of them have to go. That's a good catch, Kenny. That's a good catch. That might be who it is.
Oh,
But she's-
Genesis is at the funeral too?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
because she's innocent enough. You know, her character's not huge.
Yeah, you gotta
She's
have an
innocent
innocent.
enough, and we always know the innocent ones are the ones that get hit. So, yep, it could happen. That's a good one.
Oh, D-Mac gonna be crazy as hell by the end of
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Exactly. That means like D-Mac gonna lose everybody this season. God damn.
And he could probably whoop Tariq.
Everybody can whoop Tariq. So you got Miguel episode 8. Tariq is definitely this season without a doubt. Yeah, I agree. Shanti dies around episode 8 from a bullet from Jannard. Stacey marks by episode 5, and Jannard dies in the season finale. I'm gonna disagree with that. So I think Shanti dies a little sooner, 6 or 7. That's where I think her mark lands. Stacy, I can see Stacy out by episode 5, something in that range, maybe even 4. Actually, if I had to bet on it, I would say 4. Excuse me.
Nah, I'm convinced Maria got to go.
So you got Raheem Graceful in episode 4. Are you saying both of them in episode 4, DeMarcus? Shanti episode 6. Nah, I agree. I think that's her mark.
They wouldn't replay the same thing again, although we've seen them do that, where his girl dies and he find out they're pregnant. But then you had that dream with what's her name from
Holly.
Power? Yeah.
You think Stacy will arrest Jannard? I think that's unlikely, but perhaps. I won't double down and say no. You got Stacy next episode? Damn. You leaving Diamond and Vic alive? Damn. Definitely ain't going with that. I really want to see who will get these right. This would be a fun thing to do on the channel moving forward. Hell yeah, it would.
Okay, Jay, make a note of this. I'm gonna go on record for saying Bobby will probably get killed in a shootout, like his friend. See, Bobby is a real cop.
I actually agree with that. I agree with that. That's how he's gonna go out in a mass shootout. You know, Universal Power had a video earlier today I watched, and he predicted that Diamond will die in a brutal shootout with the police. And I actually think I would back him on that. I agree. Because Diamond has already been to prison, just like Kanan. And his character is kind of similar to Kanan a bit too. Not as smart and you know, as intelligent and manipulative as Kanan, but you know, as far as like being into prison, strong as hell like that and stuff like that, and I've got that mentality, you know, I'm not going back to prison. They share that. So I think if he was to get caught up in some mess, he'll rather shoot it out than to actually go down.
Okay. Now you have overlooked a foreshadow.
What's that?
When Diamond was looking in the mirror at the barber shop and saw all that blood. What was
Yeah.
that about?
I really didn't give it much of a thought, to be honest with you.
That deserves some thought. I mean, that was just
I think it do. Yeah. But I just didn't give it much of a thought.
Because it was like he was having a vision. And then Janai walked in. You okay?
Maybe he goes to jail then. Perhaps that's gonna come back on.
No, but him seeing blood, I mean, that ain't. I don't think he's gonna go back to jail. But
Yeah, I don't think so either.
that blood
I
is.
think that maybe they try to go after him for that, and he shoot it out and get killed. Janai could take out Matt D-Mac girl since we know she's at the funeral too. Yeah, that's what Kenny was just saying. Showstopper, Kate Egan, and Vic. I gotta figure out which episode. Okay, I like that, I like that Takara. You gotta give us them episodes. Right now, your wager is only worth, I say your wager is probably worth like $60, $70. Once you add in the episodes, it go up. You said Kate not dying. Where in the episode did they say Kate was in New York City, or am I bugging? Or I didn't get? Yeah, they said it like close towards the end. He got a text about it. D-Mac should hook up with Dirty Diana. Well, D-Mac is still a minor right now, right? I think JP and Shanti going in the same episode, so both episode 5. To get two kind of big characters out in the same episode and nail it, that give you one of them, them little boosters to your parlay if you land that. Because that'll be kind of crazy. It's rare that they drop two big bodies in one episode. And if you get the exact episode that it happens, yeah, that'd be kind of crazy.
But
Also,
Janai waiting outside the funeral, so something has happened to send him there.
right. You're right.
So Shanti might be gone by the time of that funeral, and it's like a revenge thing or something.
Well, I think Shanti's, well, you know what? He might be right. 5 might be that mark. Because I'm thinking JP's funeral has to happen episodes 5 or 6. So you could, I'm going with Shanti. I said initially Shanti for episode 6. But hey, we'll see. D-Mac is on the motorcycle spraying up the yardies going to get into CBI.
You see, Maria got to go. Tommy needs to finally learn that he can't have no love life in this business. Because she would be the third one.
Mm-hmm. Kate tried to tell him. Maria watches goons shoot at her and Tommy. CBI soldiers get shot. Maria called the fucking ambulance. Who was Tommy's best girl? My opinion, it was Holly. Got to think about it. Whenever he convinces Diamond to switch on Tommy, he gonna fuck around Pop Shanti. It could happen like that. I still want to have some hope in Claudia is gonna get her, but it could happen like that because you can see how each episode so far, we've gotten 2 episodes so far. In both episodes, Shanti is pushing on him. Is he still down with taking out his brother? So it might just play out that way. It wouldn't shock me at all, obviously. if Jannard was to do it. When Maria showed Tommy those painkillers for a split second, I thought it was a positive pregnancy test. Maria washes both Keisha and Holly easily.
As far as the best girlfriend.
I don't know. Okay, I think she is the best tool. Yes, but at the same time, we got to be real. Maria hasn't been around as long as them. We only seen Maria for one season, basically. One season, 2 episodes.
But he did treat Lakeisha like more like his. He had a family because he liked the son. He embraced the son and bought them a
Let's
house.
be real. Let's be real. The one he cared about the most is Holly. Like you can easily say, it's easily Holly. Think about this. He wouldn't let nobody mention her. The moment somebody even mentioned Holly, he was mad, ready to fight them or kill them. He still have hallucinations.
Because he killed her. That's why.
Regardless of what the reason is, he still got the strongest look. Think about this. When he thought he was about to lose his life, episode 406 from Power, who was the image he saw in his head? Holly. And then she come back with the baby there. They didn't bring Keisha back to his life. They brought Holly back. Holly was the best one between them, like Kate said, because she didn't have any children, and she was down for Tommy with whatever. The only thing she fucked up is she underestimated Tommy love for Ghost.
Yeah, she was jealous.
And you can't compare Holly and Morel in that situation because Morel gets to have a version of Tommy without Ghost. Tommy giving Morel the gun, saying take it everywhere where she goes isn't saying much. You can't take guns inside that hospital, so she's slipping, coming in and out of work every shift. I got Diamond and Bobby dying episodes 10. Well, damn. Damn, him and Kanan went to prison around the same time. Diamond and Bobby DeFranco will survive this season. Diamond had dead as hell, nigga. That was about when Diamond killing his pup. Yeah, we knew where it come from. We knew that was the hallucination. Well, of him saying when he killed the PO officer. I think both of us knew that. I was just saying I didn't give it much of a thought, but it could be saying something. Didn't say anyone mention. I didn't see anyone mention Claudia. I didn't mention her, but I gave my opinion on her a while back. I think Claudia is out in the finale, but I think she's going to be the final villain. If Diamond does go back to jail, he's gonna die. He ain't going to jail. That nigga dying. Who is Bill T. Shane? Is that Kun Lao? Nah, that's the dude that be with Bobby. I know who that is. Gotcha. What's Kun Lao's name? Diamond had a vision of having to unalive Tommy. How do you know that, NYC? Where that come from? And now we got a lot of new people up in here. Y'all hit that like button. Shit. Her and girlfriend Shanti kind of foreshadowed it. Claudia will survive this season. Of course, you saying that, DeMarcus. I only think Tariq gonna be in 2 episodes. Episode 9 for backup and 10 to set up legacy. I agree with you, Tobias. Hey, that's another one we should take something on, y'all. What episode will Tariq come on? Appear. And then the bonus, how many episodes will he be in? 1 or 2? Or if you feel like he gonna be in 3, say 3. Let's go ahead and take that down too. What episode will Tariq show up in, and how many episodes? JP might die first episode when we see him. Shit might happen, Kenny. Real time. So that nigga show up. Get your ass up out of here. So if all of them dying so early, Tariq got to be coming around episode 6. Now, first off, I didn't kill everybody. Just ain't couple of them, couple of them. Other ones I said dying early is I think Marshall ass up out of here. And I think Shanti. Them the only 2. And JP. Yeah, JP too. Them 3. But you still got Jannard, Claudia, Vic, Diamond, Miguel, Maria, Kate. A lot of characters still around after that.
Did they put that post-credit scene back in Ghost?
I don't know. Haven't looked at it.
Have anybody credible been talking about it?
Well, I know Getting High Live mentioned that they've been putting it back out. I don't know if he said they put it back in.
That must be who I'm thinking about says something about that. But see, they took it out for a reason. Mm-hmm. So who got finished filming first? Season 3 or 4, or season 4 of Ghost?
Ghost was finished first. So, and I definitely think Tariq and D-Mac gonna be the future of the Power Universe. That's why they could call it Legacy. I think so too. I think Jannard is the one who kills Showstopper. All right.
I agree with that.
I think I'm gonna be the only one go against the grain with that. And I don't know, man. I'm just gonna say Claudia gonna get her. That's what I feel. That's what I'm gonna go with. So if I hit that one, I get major points for that. Because everybody else saying Jannard. I'm the only one goes. I'm saying Claudia. I think DeMarcus might agree with me.
Maybe that's why he at the funeral trying to shoot up the funeral when they come out.
Well, think about this.
Kill Shanti.
Yeah, but think about this. Jannard blames Tommy for everything. So Claudia has beef with them because of Tommy. Remember that. So he's going to blame Tommy for that, even if Claudia is the one who does it. It's a high chance old girl looking extra worried this episode. Hold on, what are you talking about? Look, it's gonna be a time.
Maria gonna get killed coming out the funeral. We know she's in the funeral.
I think I'm gonna go against that.
Yeah, she is, but she's at the funeral.
She's definitely at the funeral, but I just don't think she's gonna get killed. It might happen though. It might happen.
She would be a good choice.
I wouldn't bet. I'm gonna say this. I wouldn't bet against it because that could happen. Jannard will not eliminate Shanti. Maria could smoke Shanti in episode 9 once she find out that Shanti is betraying Tommy. So you're gonna go with Maria. Yeah. You think Maria's gonna take out Shanti? Damn, DeMarcus thought you're gonna be on my side. That Claudia's gonna get her. But all right. Tommy felt guilty killing his unborn child. Hey, let me tell y'all another funny moment of the episode, though. Funny moment of the episode was when he said, when Tommy was talking to Vic, and he was like, "Yeah, you know that old," he said, "Sweet old lady Beth, I'll murder that bitch." So he said, that shit was funny.
All right, Jay, I'm gonna have to go. I gotta get up in a few hours.
I got you.
This
I got
lady,
about few more, probably another 20 minutes of myself, and I'm gonna be up out of here.
you'll be on another couple of hours.
No, I will not. Promise you that. No, I will not.
But it was fun though.
Yes, sir, it was. Always a good time with you. Appreciate you coming up.
Okay.
All right. Catch you
All right.
next time. Tommy felt guilty killing his unborn child. Of course he did. Attachment to that baby like Tariq to that. Right now, comparing timelines between Ghost and Force, they're around episode 9 through 10 on the Ghost timeline. We'll need a time jump to get to the end of the Ghost timeline unless Legacy starts with the war. But you still would have to insert when Tariq comes in. A time jump has to happen. I've been saying it for the longest. It has to happen. Oh shit. Can we stack time out? Actually, I think Michael hasn't been too bad today. DeMarcus got a lot of people surviving. Yeah. Tommy loved Holly the most, yes, but the girl was too damn nosy out the gate and had Tommy crashing out too damn much. Keisha complained too much. I agree with both things you said. That's one person, DeMarcus. One goddamn person. His ass dead as hell next season. That's it. That nigga dead as fuck next season, I guarantee you. What are you referring to when you say I hope 7 to 8, Ollie? I'm tired of waiting. Yeah, most big names would get dropped off in the back half of the season. Hope it's like 7 to 8. Nobody won. Wait. I would definitely troll y'all when Claudia survived, like just like when B really. I bet you will, but the thing is, you ain't gonna get to do it. Just like you saying BMF wasn't getting canceled and then it did. You gonna be wrong about this shit because that motherfucker dead. You know what though? Claudia might make it. I'll give it a little leg. I actually ain't gonna just. I'm not gonna double down on it. I'll say that. Tariq episodes 7 through 10. Oh, so got it. So y'all saying you think Tariq will show up episode 7 and be in episode 7 through 10? That'll be crazy. I think that's a little too many episodes. And I told you, I think I'm still gonna stick with my original. I'm going with 9 and 8. I think he's gonna be in 2 episodes. Maria been around a short time, but so far we've seen she's not nosy, she doesn't complain, and she doesn't make things complicated. All of what I agree with, Slam. Like I say, if we just judging by what we're seeing now, you know what I'm saying, in this short span of time, yeah, Maria is absolutely hands down the best one. But I just think it's a little unfair because he hasn't been around as long, and she never had to deal with Tommy along with Ghost. I'm not sure if they put it back on there, but I think that the Stars page posted like a week or 2 ago. I also got Tasha being enforced. You got Tasha being enforced. Now I ain't gonna lie, that'd be a nice hit if you land that one because I don't think she got me. Roberto Ortega and Che will die episode 10. Could see that. Morel could eliminate Shanti in episode 9. Okay. Remember that photo I sent you with Marshall and that white boy? Maybe that's old boy. Old boy. What are you talking about when you say old boy? Who is old boy? A good question is, do we think Tariq gonna take out anyone important? Maybe a mid-level character. I don't know about a major one. Claudia will eliminate Ray in episode 9. Dang. So if Claudia is gonna eliminate Ray in episode 9, DeMarcus, what episode does Vic go at? If everyone going the same way, you go the other way because that's where the opportunity is. And be right. I don't follow the crowd. Well, if you pay attention, all the ones I said, nobody's agreeing with me. So I'm definitely not following the crowd. I'm the only one that said I believe Claudia is going to be the one to take out Shanti, not Jannard. You went differently too, and you went with Maria. And I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Maria's only kill is gonna be whoever she runs over with their car. What the hell's going on? Why Stein stuck? Something going on with this. There we go. Vic dies in episode 10. Okay. Missed some comments. Hold up. God damn, there's a lot of comments now, y'all. No, I think I just went up too fast. Hold on. Yeah, I went up too far. Tommy looking like old Tommy. What you mean, Tommy looking like old Tommy? I can see Showstopper killing Claudia, girlfriend, when everything hits the fan. Yeah, I can see that too, Takari, and that would be more reasoning for Claudia to take her out. Because I'm telling you, that's my pick. Who's gonna take? Because Claudia, remember, I said Claudia. I believe. Here's another one we can make a wager on, people. We can put it in here. What episode do y'all think Claudia will get out of prison? My answer is 5. And I think one of her missions is going to be to take out Shanti once she does. You two need to extend the timeout option to a year. School at 24 hours. Yo, can you play How It Go by King Von and react to it? I'll subscribe and like the live, I swear. But first off, I wouldn't be able to play it because I would get a copyright. And second, you already subscribed because the only way you can comment is if you subscribe. But appreciate you. Yeah, I caught that later. That's what y'all was talking about. If everyone going to the same way, you go the other way because okay, that's the super that you said. They got to carry it out till we can build it up. But it's a lot of weird niggas coming in this damn live now too. BMF would have got goddamn let down. Yeah, that shit was trash. Is Ghost gonna pop up this season? I hope so, bro. Tasha gotta go. My wildest prediction is Braden getting killed at the end of Force. Hey, me and you on the same way with that, Takari. Because remember, I said that in my predictions, my death predictions. I think that's definitely a possibility. I know a couple folks think that's crazy. I think that's a possibility. Damn, how now that's definitely what you call a wild card theory. I was the first one to say it. I think he's gonna come to Force. I think he could possibly come to Force and get killed. Yes. Matter of fact, I need to go ahead and knock out all my death prediction videos out. I'm gonna work on that shit tomorrow. I'm starting to think D-Mac may be the one on the motorcycle in the teaser / trailers we seen. Seemed like hint was dropped when he pulled up with the helmet. Yeah, it do seem that way. But it do seem like it was different bikes. Braden ain't going nowhere. Okay. Not my David Braden. He said he might not come back. Yep. They trying to make him and Tariq the next Ghost and Tommy. Yeah, but they may have changed it. That's a good motherfucking question. They need to go and stop BSing and let my nigga 2-Bit get on the show. Now that's definitely the truth. Stop hating on my nigga 2-Bit like that, man. You said I missed your comment. Let me see. They trying to make him. Which one did I? Hold on. Who said that? Cameron said that. My bad. And go up and look. I'm starting to think D-Mac maybe. I read that. What are you talking about? Yeah, I didn't miss your comment, dude. I read that. You just probably missed it. Maybe you got an ad when I was reading it, but I definitely read that. Surprised Michael Dewey didn't come on here with a new account by now. He better come up right now. Apologize to me right now. To recut ties with Braden. All right, people, we're gonna get ready to wrap this thing up though. I'm at my almost at 3.5 hours. Got other videos to put out. I gotta do some more marketing and stuff like that. The Surreptitious 3, episode 3, I'm about to get ready to release a few clips or so. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, the day after or so of that. Ooh. The only reason we haven't seen Two Bit in the Force is because D-Mac is Two Bit. We're watching his backstory. They do seem a little alike, though. You know, D-Mac pretty much Two Bit revealed that he was really smart. You know, seemed like both of them are kind of tough guys. They hitters, you know. Could be. Could be like a parallel, you know, kind of linked or whatever. But I seriously that's not the reason. We know the real reason. All right, though, y'all. Last comments, because I'm about to get up out there. What was that? Cool. Braden dies, Empire Legacy, and Forrest. Take a week and leave us, Braden. Damn. Well, we know that ain't gonna happen. Anyways, though, y'all, I'm about to get ready to go back here, and I gotta use the bathroom and shit anyway. So I'm gonna catch up with y'all on the next one. We'll be hosting one tomorrow. It'll be more mixed, but still, hopefully, I do plan to do another live tomorrow. But and also, gonna do the trailer breakdowns, recaps, and all that shit. But so be on the lookout for that. Appreciate everybody that stopped through, but I'm about to get on off.